how do you cut off a toxic nigga that you're too emotionally involved with? If that's not my forte, I don't know what is.
You a bad girl and your friends bad too. Oh, you got the swag, saucy drippin' swag do. You a bad girl and your friends bad too. Oh, you got the swag, saucy drippin' swag do.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, my name is Venetia, and of course, please do not forget to subscribe and join the Via gang, because the Via gang, baby, we lit. It's where it's at. And why would you not want to be a part of the best gang? Period. And as you can tell by the title, we are going to be doing a girl talk today, a little Q&A. Y'all asked me some questions on social media, and I'm here to answer everything today, give y'all some advice, and just have a good time. So before I get into this huge intro like I like to do, we're just going to jump right into the first question. So the first question that I got is, what's your current workout split? So as a lot of you guys know, I had a baby 9 months ago. So before I had my baby, I was working out 4 to 5 times a week. Now that I have my baby, I am lucky if I even get to work out in a week, because I do like to go to the gym. I'm not really big on home workouts, and we do have a gym in the garage. However, since we're moving, everything's kind of in there right now, so I can't even use that. So I do try to aim for 2 to 3 times a week, and before, what I would do is I would break it into muscle groups when I did 4 to 5 times a week. Now I just do full body circuits when I do 2 to 3 times a week, because it's faster, it's something I can get done in 20 to 30 minutes, and I still get a good workout in. So my workout split now, if I'm lucky, is I try to aim for 2 to 3 times a week. The next question is, how did you know that Alex was your person? I'm not gonna say I knew Alex was my person, but I knew he was special. Like, I find women, we take longer to know if like this is the one for us, while I find men are very quick to be like, oh yeah, this is a wife, you know? And after our first date, I knew there was something about him that I was very much interested in, and I don't think I knew how important or how special he was going to be to me until our relationship continued to grow. So I would say like after 3-4 months, I was like, oh, like I could actually see myself being with this person for like the rest of my life. So I don't think I knew right away. I think it was something that after kind of seeing his behavior and how he carried himself and our conversations and like everything, that's when I was kind of like, okay, you might be it. You might be it. Okay. Someone on Instagram asked me, will you be bringing your son to visit Jamaica anytime soon? Yes. I would love to bring Kane to Jamaica with us. My family does want to do a family trip next year sometime. So if that is the case and I do get to go, Kane will 100% be coming to Jamaica, because I have to show him the yard, Like, I gotta let him know what half of him is made of. You know what I'm saying? Like, where he needs to know where the real bad man no Magdalena shots comes from. He needs to know that. So for sure, I'm going to be bringing Kane to Jamaica, and I would say within the next year he'll be going to Jamaica. The only thing is, I did want to wait till he's a little bit older, so by that time he'll be a year, probably almost going on to 2 years, depending on when we go next year. So I definitely feel comfortable bringing him to Jamaica next year. So wait for that vlog. The next question is, how much has your body changed since childbirth? You look amazing, by the way. Before being pregnant, I was 145 pounds and it was mainly muscle. Now, 9 months later, I'm still around 145 to 150, so my weight does fluctuate a little bit here and there. However, I definitely don't have as much tone as I did before, so I do still feel in a sense larger than before, because I don't have that muscle tone, because muscle takes up less space than fat. So because I don't have that, my clothes still don't fit the same way, even though I'm still around the same weight on the scale. And that's why I tell y'all, people be concerned about their weight on the scale. No, boo, you need to be concerned about your muscle mass, because if you got more muscle, child, you be out here looking like you want 20 but you want 50. So I'm just saying. So I wouldn't say my body changed much weight wise, but however, muscle wise, so my muscle mass and everything like that has definitely changed, and I've definitely noticed that. I don't even feel as strong as before. So going back into fitness. My main goal isn't necessarily to lose weight, but it's just to increase my muscle mass, tone, and you know, just get back to feeling strong. So that's my goal for that. What jump started your health and wellness journey, or have you always been fit? No, I haven't always been fit. So, I mean, as a kid, I was chubby, and then out of nowhere, I kind of just lost all the weight. However, the elementary school I went to was really, really big on like fitness, athletics, and stuff. So we started doing like track and field from grade 3, but I don't think I really got into sports until middle school, and then it was just up from there. So I've always been athletic, and I guess with athleticism comes fitness, I guess. Like you are kind of like naturally fit, but once I started playing rugby is when I really became fit. So I've never done like weightlifting, never been to the gym before rugby, or when I did go to the gym, it was literally like I was on the treadmill. I wasn't doing nothing crazy, like legit treadmill. I would probably do a few squats with some dumbbells, and I was thinking I was the it girl. Once I started rugby, because I was at a higher level, we were in the gym. Like it wasn't no cute little, oops, gonna squat with a dumbbell. No, boo, no. You were lifting weights. You were lifting weights. So I don't think my fitness journey and all that stuff, I don't think I became like really fit until grade 11. And that's because of rugby. If it wasn't for rugby, I don't know. I don't know if I'd be as fit. Probably not, because McDonald's was my best friend. So the next question is, are you an only child? No, I'm not. So there are 5 of us. I'm the second youngest. I have an older brother, 3 sisters. That's 6 or 5? Oh, child, that's 6. My math, girl. My math. There's 6 of us. So I have an older brother, 3 older sisters, and myself, and then a younger brother. So there's 6. Is that 6? Yeah. Including me. That's 6 including me. There are 6 of us. Someone asked if I plan on having more kids. I would like to give Kane a sibling. However, it's like, do I really want to go through all of that again? I don't know. And I know that's kind of like selfish to say. Like ideally, I would love to give Kane another sibling. But I think after having Kane, I realized there was a lot of things that I still wanted to do and accomplish. So if I were to have another kid, I would want to wait, but not like too long, because I do want them to be at least somewhat close in age so they can grow up together. So if I were to have another kid, I think I would have one in about like 2-3 years. Like give myself a little break, you know, let Kane start school, whatever, you know what I mean? Give him a little mommy groove on. And then I think I would have another kid, kind of accomplish some of my goals, you know, do certain things I want to do, travel a little bit with Kane, the family, whatever the case is. And then probably have one more. One more. Kane is like 3 kids in one. So it's like a 3 in 1. So if I were, I would have one more. But actually, that's a lie. Okay. If I were to have more kids, I would only have one more if I had another boy. So if I ended up having 2 boys, that's it. I'm not having any more kids. But if I were to have a girl for my second kid, I would consider having a 3rd kid. So it really depends on what the second kid is. It depends. Someone asked, have you gotten a tattoo dedicated to your son yet? If so, what is it? I have not gotten a tattoo dedicated to Kane yet. I have thought about it. I haven't really come up with anything that really like stuck out to me, something that I would like really resonate with. There's nothing that, you know, that I've fallen in love with. At first I was just going to get his name, but I'm like, that's so basic. Like I could do better. So I haven't gotten anything dedicated to Kane yet. I will get something when, I don't know. I feel like when the right thing comes to me, I'll get it done, but I don't know what that is yet. Someone asked or said, your teeth are so white, what's your oral routine? I don't really have an oral routine. No, I try to brush my teeth. Not try. I brush my teeth. I sound so nasty. Like I'm just a nasty person. So I brush my teeth in the morning and then I brush them at night. I don't really floss, which I know I should floss. I don't floss, but I do whiten my teeth. I use these whitening strips called I Smile that I've got off of Amazon, and it's actually in my Amazon store. So you are able to get them there, and they're really, really good and they're really affordable. After like the second use, I've noticed a huge difference, but I'm really, really big on just like brushing my teeth. I actually also use a bit of baking soda on my teeth. So like after I brush, I'll put a little bit of baking soda and just brush my teeth with that. And then I'll use my whitening strips. And I try not to use my whitening strips like too often. So I probably do it like 2-3 times max a week. I don't do it every day. And then, yeah, but thank you for noticing my little pearly whites. Ding. And you know, because why not flaunt at this point? No braces, boo. Never had braces. Even dentists ask me, have you ever had braces? No, thank you. The next question that I got is, how do you cut off a toxic nigga that you're too emotionally involved with? If that's not my forte, I don't know what is. Okay, boo. First off, you just gotta cut it off. You just, no matter how good the piece is, you gotta get your big girl scissors and just. The reason why I say that is because I've dated people or just being around people, whatever the case is, that are toxic. And I found that because I was in a toxic relationship and everything that I've worked on for myself, I kind of went back to the old me, and I didn't like that. Like, you want to evolve. You don't want to regress, if that's a word. I think that's a word. We're going with that word. You don't want to regress. And I found that when I stayed with toxic people or stayed in toxic relationships, I just became a toxic person. And like, why would you want to do that? Like, you have to put yourself first. So to do that, block, cut, delete. Don't talk to that person. Get them out of your life. Like, if they trying to talk to you, just who are you? Sorry, I don't know who you are. You got to just cut them out. Or if you want to be a nice person, you can tell them why you're cutting them out of your life. Me, not so much nice. You could be nicer. And if you do want to take that route, tell them. Just be like, hey, you know what? I feel like this is a very toxic situation and I do not want to become a bad person, or I don't want to stunt or slow my development, whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? You could just give them a little rundown. Me, like I said, I'm not too nice. I don't do that, but that is something that you can do as well. So if you got a toxic dude in your life, cut them out, sis. You don't need them. There's money to be made. There's growth to happen. There's so many other things that we could be working on than a toxic relationship and a toxic nigga. Ew. Ooh, this is a really good question. Do you have pressure to get married to your partner because you two share a child? And the reason why I say that's a really good question is because my family is very, very religious. Alex's family is not as religious. And I find because my family is religious, it's not necessarily pressure, but it's more just kind of like, what y'all doing? You know what I mean? Like, you know, for us, it's, of course, you want to be married and then have a kid. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. Let me take a sip of water. This question got me parched. So I don't really think there is a pressure necessarily to get married, but I do think they kind of like, well, my family kind of like, of course, wants that to happen because we already have a kid. His side of the family is a little bit more relaxed, kind of just like, you know, whatever you guys decide to do, that's what y'all decide to do. So I wouldn't, it's not pressure, but it's definitely like, it's there. They do ask, it's there, but of course no one's ever gonna force me to do anything. No one's ever gonna kind of like try to push me in a certain direction. Like, of course my family wants the best for me, which, you know, your family should. However, it's kind of like, if it happens, it happens. Like, Benicia knows what she's doing. She's not stupid. So I think for me, it's not necessarily pressure. I think I more put pressure on myself because, especially because of society and, you know, being religious and knowing, you know, you should do certain things. I kind of put more pressure on myself to want to do certain things a certain way. However, you know, things didn't really plan out that way. But, you know, my family loves Kane, they love us, and they know that, like, we're always going to be trying to work to something, towards something bigger, not only for ourselves, but for the family. So, yeah. I'm getting a lot of mother questions. Like, y'all trying to have some kids? What y'all trying to tell me? The next question I got was, what was the toughest part of adjusting to motherhood? I think the toughest part in regards to adjusting to motherhood for me was you no longer have like space or like time for yourself. And I, after my last relationship, took a lot of time to myself and for myself that I realized I really enjoyed my time alone. And with the child, there is no time alone. So I think that was like a really big adjustment for me to be like, okay, you no longer can kind of just, you know, do your things that you would usually do by yourself. Like I can't just go for like my long nature walks to just like think and reflect, travel by myself. You know, not that I can't travel by myself, but it's a little bit harder to do so because there's a lot more planning that has to go into it. It's not just like oh, you want to go somewhere tomorrow? Yeah, my bags we packed, we lit, we out. You know, I can't do stuff like that anymore. I've never really been big on like partying and stuff, so that I didn't really care about, but I think it was just more the luxury of just kind of doing whatever whenever. Now it's like I could do whatever whenever if you give me like a 3-day notice. So if it ain't 3 days, I ain't coming, boo. Sorry. One of the questions that I got was, how's your walk with God? This is a tough one because I find some days it's like really good, some days it's not that good. But I do believe since having Kane, my walk with God has gotten a lot better. Before Kane, so before I met Alex, it was really good. And then I found that once I met Alex, I did kind of take away time from God for my relationship, which wasn't good. And then after having Kane, I found that that did bring me closer to God, just because, you know, it's like a new relationship that I have with God through Kane, you know, because, you know, you want God to protect your baby, you want God to protect you and all this stuff. And I feel like I did go through so much too, like with Kane through the pregnancy and stuff, that I really did try to depend on God more, and I really do depend on God now. So, you know, there have, of course, been moments where I've dropped the ball and I'm not really reading my Bible as much. I haven't really been talking to him as much. But recently, that's my best friend. That's Law. Best friend. God and I, we got some knee slapper jokes. That's all I gotta say. So, we good. Okay. What's my favorite thing about being a mom? My favorite thing about being a mom is watching him develop and grow and learn and do new things. Like I love that. Like I love when I just see him and he's making like a new sound, or, you know, now he's trying to stand up, he's trying to walk, just little things like that where you're like, wow, like, okay, you know, I'm doing my job, like you're good. And I think it's just like amazing to see them grow into their personalities. So I love that I just get to be there and like support him and just watch him flourish into this little boy. I think that's like my favorite thing about being a mom. It's just being able to just witness and experience everything for the first time with him. Is that, girl, just, it doesn't melt my heart. It really does. Kane just woke up, so I'm going to answer one more question, and then that's going to be it for this Q&A and girls talk. Oh, you gonna say hi? The question I got is, how do you maintain your new hair color? That's a good question. So I've had this hair color for about 5 weeks now. So each week I try to do a deep condition and a treatment. So usually every Sunday I'll do that. And I definitely try not to straighten my hair too often. So I did straighten it now. However, this is probably the second or third time that I've straightened it since having my hair colored. I think that's really, really big, that when your hair is colored, try to leave it in its natural state as much as possible and make sure that you're keeping it moisturized. Like, you definitely want your hair to be moisturized because it's already, well, at least for me, it does get a lot more brittle. So if I don't keep it moisturized, my hair is just going to break. So I do try to moisturize it almost every day, and then I do a deep condition and a treatment once a week. And then my trims, I do that every 6 weeks. So when I do go in for my touch-up for my color, I will have a trim done as well, and then I will get her to do another treatment to my hair. The products that you use, of course, are really important as well. So I do use all the Shea Moisture products for like my shampoo, my conditioner, and all my treatments. That is what I use, and I have found that it is really, really helpful for my hair. I was using it before, and I just continued using it since my hair has been dyed, and I haven't had any problems so far, and hopefully it stays that way. So definitely do your research if you are going to dye your hair. Find the products that work for you, because everyone's hair is different, and just make sure that you are maintaining your hair. So moisturizing your hair, doing treatments to your hair, not straightening it, so not adding too much heat to your hair, so your hair is able to stay strong. So that is it from me today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching my video, and thank you guys for sending me such good questions. And if you do have any other questions, please leave them in the comment below, because you know I'm gonna do another girls doc, and next time we're gonna have wine and a charcuterie board ready. Period. But as always, I'm going to love you and leave you, and I will see you guys during my next video.